Hi everyone, Stephen Lee here. In this video, I'm going to be going over what to do if you have not yet received your stimulus payment round number 2 or round number 1. So let's get right into it. The 3 questions I'm going to be answering are, when can I expect to receive my payment? Number 2 is, where can I check the status? And number 3 is, what if I'm eligible but have not yet received either stimulus payments? I'll tell you all about what to do and how to receive those. All right, so let's get right into it. Question number 1 is, when can I expect to receive my payment? For those of you who qualified for round number 1 and received it as direct deposit, you should have received it, or you should be receiving it sometime this week. Okay, so direct deposit is much faster than paper check or debit card, as we know. So be on the lookout, check your bank statements, your online bank records to see if it's come in. Right. Paper checks and debit cards have started to mail out since last week or since this weekend. Delays in the U.S. Postal Service may delay your receipt of those paper checks. So continue to check your mail. One interesting thing that I read on the IRS website is that those of you who received paper checks in round number 1 or debit cards in round number 1 may receive the reverse. So those of you who might have received a paper check will receive a debit card this round, and those of you who received a debit card might be receiving paper checks. So continue to check your mailboxes to see and to make sure you receive the paper check or the debit card. A common question that I've been asked is, if you received a debit card in round number 1 for a stimulus payment, will the IRS or Department of Treasury just reload that same debit card, add additional funds? No, you're going to be receiving a new debit card, okay, if you received a debit card in round number 1. So be on the lookout for that. For those of you who are stationed overseas or those of you who are abroad, there's also obviously going to be longer delays for you to receive your paper check or your debit card because of overseas postal service. If you're looking at it and wondering about your eligibility, check the info card above this video from my previous video which talks all about the eligibility for round number 2. Second question is, where can I check the status of my payment? Okay, the IRS starting yesterday, Monday, has a link. So it's Get My Payment Status. I'm going to leave the link in the information section below where you can go ahead and check the status of round number 1 stimulus payment and round number 2. Okay, so this new link, Get My Payment, that the IRS has just released will give you the status of your stimulus payments, both round number 1 and round number 2. Okay. The nice thing here is that they have it in 2 languages, both English and Spanish. If this is the kind of content that you're looking for, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on your notifications. Okay, question number 3. What if I am eligible but have not yet received my payment? Okay, so what if you're eligible and have not yet received it, whether it's round number 1 or round number 2 of the stimulus payment? There could be several situations here, whether your direct deposit information changed. Okay, so let's say you changed bank accounts, whether it's before the bank account, once again, we're talking about is typically if you were due a refund on your 2019 tax return or the most recently filed, whether 18 or 19, and the bank account information for that refund has changed, by law, the financial institution, the bank, will have to return those funds for a closed account. Okay, so the IRS will receive those funds back and then probably mail it out as a paper check or a debit card for those of you whose direct deposit information may have changed. If you're eligible but have not yet received a payment by the time you file your 2020 personal income tax return, that's the Form 1040, then you can claim the stimulus checks, stimulus payments in the form of a recovery rebate credit on your 2020 tax return. But one thing here is that your payment eligibility for round number 1 and 2 of the stimulus payments will be based on your 2020 income tax return. So the 2020 income. And remember, going back to some of my previous videos, the eligibility is going to be based on filing status and your income within that filing status. So once again, if you are trying to claim your stimulus payments and you have not received them through the recovery rebate credit, that credit, that determination, if you're going to get a refund or a lower reduction of your taxes due for 2020, is going to be based on your 2020 income, okay, your 2020 tax information. In my next video, I'm going to be going over the recovery rebate credit in detail, so you don't want to miss that. Till next time, for those of you who received a stimulus payment, congratulations. For those of you who have not, check the link in the information section below, and I'll see you next time. Bye.